All right, Jess. Now everybody wants to know how you did it. You've got a few things you're carrying there. So Exhibit A, Exhibit B. I will hold that. You grab the money.
Okay. So my name is Jessica Sanford. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I grew up in a small farming community called Deloraine, southwestern Manitoba. I moved to Winnipeg when I was 18 years old. Met my husband right after I moved to Winnipeg, and we've been together for the last almost 14 years. And we have 3 kids together, ages 3, 5, and 8. And I homeschool my kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm there with them all the time. My struggle with my weight began when I was about 14, 15 years old. When you start going through puberty, you're no longer as active as you were when you were a child. The weight started coming on. Even though I played basketball and baseball in high school, I was eating really bad. I worked in a restaurant in town, so I was eating a lot of bad food, burgers and fries and things like that. And then when I moved to Winnipeg, I had access to McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and pizza places and all those things that we didn't have growing up. And in my early 20s, I did Weight Watchers a few times. I would go lose a bit of weight, and then I'd stop. And I'd go back and lose a bit of weight, and then I'd stop. And then in my late 20s and into my early 30s, I was having kids. So I had 3 kids, and before I knew it, I hit an all-time high of 250 pounds. And after my 3rd child was born, I really decided I needed to make a change. I had a daughter. I wanted her to have a positive body image. I wanted my kids to see me as a positive role model for healthy eating and for exercising, and that it wasn't a chore to do, that it was something that you actually enjoyed to do. And I had the opportunity to join a support group, and joining that support group was one of the things that really changed the mental shift for me. I began to really eat clean. I began to work out every day, and gradually over time, 1 pound, 2 pounds, 1 pound, 2 pounds every single week, and gradually that added up to a full loss of 101 pounds. To date, I have done so many different workout programs. I've done P90X3, I've done Les Mills Pump, I have done PiYo, I've done 21-Day Fix. I'm going to be starting Body Beast on Wednesday, because once you hit that weight loss, you can't stop. You have to keep going, because if you stop, it's just going to add back on again. Every time you get that setback, you're going to have a few pounds come back on. So every single day, I have to wake up and make that choice that I'm going to be a positive role model for my children. Because we homeschool, we do P90X3, 21-Day Fix. That's our gym class. My kids are there with me. My 3-year-old will lift that 3-pound dumbbell, and they love it. They love working out with Autumn. They love working out with Tony. My daughter was really upset that she wasn't going to get to meet Autumn with me today. And that is my story. And my story is always evolving, and it's always continuing. And I absolutely love sharing with other people to know that it is possible to make a change. Whether you need to lose 10 pounds, whether you need to lose 100 pounds, it is absolutely possible when you wake up every morning and you make that decision for yourself.
Tell us about these pants.
These are a pair of pants. We're about halfway through, so I had lost about 50 pounds when I bought these ones. And this was actually the very first workout top that I bought myself. Got it from Joe.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you, so people that saw you go through your transformation, did you have anybody doubting that you would be able to do it? Outside of yourself, because we play tricks, you know, with ourselves sometimes when we get started, but how was your support, you know, outside of yourself?
My husband was extremely supportive, because he basically got to come along for the whole adventure, because I do all the cooking in the house, so he really had no choice. But he's also, he does contracting on exterior renovations on homes, so eating healthy actually helped him be better in what he did, because he was fueled properly to actually do what he needed to do every day. I wasn't overly public about my weight loss on my Facebook. People just kind of gradually saw it happen. And I don't really recall a lot of doubters because that was just something I never even let enter into my mind. I really focused on the support group that I had and checked in there all the time, and we did regular weigh-ins. And so I really focused on the positive, and I just ignored the negative as much as possible.
That's a good way actually to go about life, isn't it? So let's talk about a community, because there's quite a few coaches that are brand new. There's also quite a few people that are here for the very first time that are starting here about the Beachbody Challenge and the community. So talk about the community and how it's helped you now manage that. You talked about losing it, but you've got to manage it. How about the person that's out there that's doubting that they can't do it and have been invited by someone from the Beachbody community and saying, okay, is this community going to help me? What kind of role has it played in you kind of, making it now a lifestyle versus just losing weight?
The community and having the support, that's one of the cornerstones, really, to the whole process. There were times when I was doing P90X3, I did the mass schedule, which is designed actually to add weight because you're adding muscle. And I remember freaking out because I had gone up 7 pounds, and I messaged my coach, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gaining weight, this is really bad. I'm so used to seeing the numbers go down. And she's like, have you taken your pictures? Have you looked at your pictures? And so, thanks to Erin, I compared my pictures together, and I was like, oh my, there is a difference. And had I not had that as a sounding board, that would have started to play mind games with me. Having the community support is essential. You have, both in the business and in the weight loss, you have people that are there, and they want to help you. You can message them, and they're going to answer you. They're not going to ignore you. You are not a burden to them. Anytime I get questions from my personal challengers, I love it. I will stay up till 2 a.m. answering questions because I know that may be that lifeline for somebody else.
Awesome. For 100 pounds